Hey guys, what is up? This is Silent Shadows, and we've got something a little bit different from you guys, and I'm gonna try doing something totally different. So I'm gonna try to. I'm always looking for ways to try to improve my videos. So I'm gonna start off with doing is a 3-step process, and that's gonna start off with a video log or a vlog, kind of just talking about my own personal opinion about something, or just talking about something, as I'm doing right now. The second thing I'm going to be doing is a state of the game or my channel. So either one of the two. So either state of the game, how it's been changing, new patches or something, or state of my channel or both. So one of the two or both. And then the final thing is talking about the god I'm playing at the moment, which is Thor, and shoutout casting. So kind of what's happening, how's it going, how's it moving around, just like you see the guys, Dry Bear, DM Brandon, you see all those Lionheart, also you see those guys during the tournaments, just kind of like that, trying to improve my situational awareness, just trying to improve my game, always trying to improve my game. So I really missed you guys. I'm super sorry. So some issues is SMITE patches and fraps. So the SMITE patch for Athena came out, and my frap said no. It refused to do anything. It decided that it absolutely hated SMITE, and then this new patch came out yesterday or today or something like that, that had some fixes to Athena, had some fixes to Bumba's Mask, and now Fraps and SMITE love each other, and it runs so clearly and so perfectly. I don't know what it is, it does it sometimes. So another thing is, I've been playing, I had for a while, a lot of bad games. I probably lost about 10 games in a row because of DCs or levers, or feeders, which horrible. It sucks so bad when you have a lever early game, because it's really difficult unless you have an amazing really good players and really good team fight to do it. It's really tough to pull out a game out of that. And I don't want to show you my older games, like old recorded games, during my hiatus and during Fraps' issues, because I'm improving my game every day. I'm constantly watching the tournaments every weekend. I'm constantly watching, on Smite Pro, the streamers. I'm constantly watching to improve my game. So I don't want to show you like my old style, unless I might show it to you when I hit level 30 and start playing rank. Like that's how newbie I used to be, or something like that. So, as my video log, let's talk about farming and then ganks. So as you can see, a lot of what I'm doing being a solo lane right here, as we have Sun Wukong in jungle with Bumba's Mask. I am doing a lot of just farming, so staying back, playing passive, not going out, because if I move out I'll get ganked by 2 players. So I think ZeBlanc does some jungling as well, which kind of surprises me, but so I don't have to worry about that too much. But I don't want to get caught out by ganks. I don't want mid lane to come rotate over. So I'm being very careful, just using my Multiverse Atonement to throw out my hammer, use my Berserker Barrage if I have to clear waves, get some farm, get these last hits, and all that kind of stuff. Just farming up. So ganks. Ganks are all about 2 things: numbers and positioning. Do you have the number enough, at least one more person to take on the people, and do you have the health to take on the people? If it was in a one-on-one fight, would you be able to kill them? If you had no one was surprised, would you be able to kill them, even though you'd barely escape with your life? If that answer is yes, you can gank. The second thing is your positioning good? Are you actually taking the element of surprise? Are you coming from behind them? Are they in a tough spot? Are your teammates attacking with you, so it's 3-on-2, not 1-on-2 from behind? Because 1-on-2 from behind, even though you have moment of surprise, you might be able to kill one, but usually you die if you can barely escape. So it's all about positioning and players, where your players are. So it's all about knowledge. That's why I think there are 2 really hard positions to play in this game, and that would be a support tank. A really good support tank is very difficult, and it's very rarely done, but if you do, your carries have a massive advantage. And the second, I think, is the most difficult thing to play in this game, is an assassin. Anybody who's gonna, or jungler, anybody who's gonna just go in the jungle, go in the jungle, go in the jungle, and then once the enemy double lane against solo lane pushes up enough, they come from a gank behind in perfect position to get both those kills. Now, I don't know what that on her ult is. What? I mean, he missed every spear on me. WTF. Just gonna stop and just look at that. Okay, moving on. Sorry about that. I got distracted again. So, state of the game channel. So, let's start off with state of the game. So, Athena came in. A whole bunch of gods. Well, I think that's the only god that came in. But, really freaking awesome. I love Athena so much. So much. She is an amazing tank. And you know what? She's magical. You know what that means? You get your freaking boots. You get magical boots, not either, depending on the amount of damage the enemy has, you either get damage boot, you either get reinforced boots, or magical boots. Whatever their fancy name is called. And once you get those three, you go of those three stacks, whatever you want to call them. Once you get either or of those two items, you go straight into Warlock Sash. You can get up to 100 stacks. 100 stacks of health. So what do you start doing? Every single time you see the opportunity to leave lane and go to the small minion camps, they're relatively easy. You use your 3, and this goes for any magical mage, any magical tank, by the way, support tank, and you just get those kills, and you make sure you get those last hits, because they only come from last hits, just like Devourer's Gloves. And you build up 10, 15, don't make much of a difference. 30, 40, 50. 30, 40, 50, you are tough to kill. 100, you are almost impossible to kill, and you don't have to buy many other tanking items after that. Maybe a Void Blade for physics protection, or depending on the opponents, or God, I can't remember the item name, or some kind of slight amount of magical protection, but depending on the opponents that you're facing. But other than that, that is so much health and so much tankiness and so much protection that you can just stare them in the face and be like, "Were you hurting me? I didn't notice that. I'm sorry." It's ridiculous how much damage you have. So that's just for Athena. So they fixed Bumba's Mask a little bit, so now something very, very strange. You can, not really strange, but different. You can come into the buff. Let's say you want to give Ra the blue, because Ra's playing mid. So you come over as a jungler and you help them out, right? But now, if you go in mid, you get, as long as you are there in a certain, like, small area, or within the area that's been, like, attacking those minions, you don't have to get the last hit on all those minions. Anybody who's there. Any team member, not just jungler. So basically the way it's used now is the jungler can stand there and kill the smaller minions and help beat down the bigger minion, and then give it to their mage, or give it to their support tank or whatever, but they still get the health, EXP, and gold bonus from Bumba's Mask by being there, just by being there and helping out. So that gives a whole new meaning to kind of jungling. Really means more so early game, when you can kind of help out, give more buffs to people. So I think it's more in aggressive team fights. It's more so in ranked matches or level 30 matches where people know what they're doing, or you're communicating well with your team. Honestly, state of the channel. So I'm working super hard to keep up this channel. Another channel I'm doing that's mainly Warframe now. And so I'm starting a new Warframe series. It'll be every single Warframe weapon, and everything. So doing a whole bunch of work there, and then Smite, just getting in a good match. If you get at 50-50, it'll take you about an hour to get in a good recording. I mean, honestly, it's pretty sad to try to get in a good recording. So, and this is really funny here. I'm just like, oh, nope, boom, dead. It's pretty funny. So it takes a little bit while, and then encoding takes forever. So I'm trying to get videos as much out as possible. So I'm just I'm super sorry. Now that Fraps is agreeing with him again, you'll see a lot of videos coming out really fast. I'm really going to push this channel. So, okay, now let's talk about Thor. So, let's talk about his abilities. Passives, honestly, I don't know Thor's passive. So now you're probably going to think you're stupid. Silent, you're stupid. You're a stupid idiot. But I know it's something good. I know it's something about physical protection or physical power because he's a bruiser. But is it so important to me? No, because he doesn't have something like Naja's passive where when he dies, he gives a whole bunch of health to, and like lowers physical protections, I think, or lowers something for enemies if they're in that very, very large radius when he dies. So you can really help at a team fight. But Thor's is probably just a bit of damage. I mean, I don't really know what it is, I'll be honest. It makes me feel kind of stupid. But here I am, coming into this video, like, talking about Thor, saying Thor's one of my favorites, because he is one of my favorites, and not knowing his own passive. But, yeah, what are we going to do? So, let's talk about his abilities first. Unpronounceable names, Atonement, is, he throws out his hammer. You've seen it multiple times in this video over, I'm sure. And it will throw out and come back, dealing damage both ways. So if you want to use it to poke, make sure you get it both ways. If you're doing it to clear lanes, make sure you get it both ways. But you can also press 1 again, because it's your first ability, mid-throw, usually at the end of your throw. That's the best time to do it. And you will teleport to where I am, just like that. Just like that right there. And you'll teleport to wherever the hammer is right there. And it's a great way to escape. It's a great way to come in and gank really quickly. It's a great way to initiate, and it's a great way to escape. So I really recommend using that and mastering that. Second ability is like Tectonic Rock or Tectonic something or other. He slams his hammer to the ground and shoots out a whole bunch of rocks straight, and it blocks, so it's actually a wall, and you can't move over that wall. You can jump over that wall, but also if you catch them within that line, it will also stun them. So that's really, really good. It will stun them as well. So very, very useful in team fights. Very, very useful for zoning as well. If you want to zone somebody out, you'll see me use it late in the game to zone people out from the fire giant for us to get fire giant. Now, where am I? There we are. So your third ability is Berserker Barrage. He swings around in a circle, dealing damage over time. So you got to be in the circle over time. Let me just explain what happened there, because you're probably very confused what happened there. I quite literally was like, I don't care, I'm going to get a kill from this. I'm low on health, but I can survive enough to get Kali. And I did Berserker Barrage, and I barraged directly into an Artemis trap. And I couldn't kill him. And I was dead anyways. So, trick. Pro MLG trick. If you're going to die anyways, try to pull out a kill out of it. Okay? If you can, try to pull a kill out of it. Because then you at least get something for your death. So we do damage over time. It's really, really great for clearing minion camps. You've seen a lot of in the EU, especially, but in NA tournaments, in the NA tourney as well last week and the week before that, jungling Thors, because you can use your 1 and your 3. Look at me teleporting him and doing all that. Look at the damage per second. Jumps away. Molten's throws meant to block him out from there and stun. And watch Ymir just be like, fuck it. But Ymir's just like, fuck it. I'm like, should I help out? Walls him out, freezes him, kills him. Ymir's like, I'm done. He's dead. I'm done. So his ultimate is, I don't even know what the name is, but basically, you've seen it a couple times already. He takes a couple seconds, jumps up in where he CC immune but not damage immune right there. He jumps up in the air, lands on a target location, and does some damage and stuns, but mainly stuns. And you'll see a small damage and stun. So it's really, really effective for ganking, and it's incredibly effective for saving your partner, just like I just saved Sun Wukong right there from very, very imminent death. And it's very, very effective for team fights. You come in, you stun 2 or 3 people, you straight up use Berserker Barrage, you do a whole bunch of damage, you Tectonic Plate, block some of their teammates, you Molten's Atonement out of it, and you get out of there. You've just created crazy shit. You've stunned, you've stunned twice, you've blocked them off, you've dealt quite a bit of damage over time in a large radius, and then you just jump the fuck out of there if you're still alive. So look at that. That's how freaking awesome Thor is. He can do all that shit. He has all that stun, all that damage, all that health, and he can still escape. Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome, man. He's so cool. He is so cool. So, I'm going to start shout-out casting now. So, I'm like kind of like hanging out, I guess. I don't really remember what I was doing. I body block there, which is actually a really cool trick. On his spears will have piercing, or his 2 impale will have piercing, but it will only pierce through minions as long as a god doesn't come in there. So you can actually body block for your own minions. Really freaking cool. You can body block and the wave is fine, and you just use your multiple summon to clear their wave, and now you have the minion advantage. Bring it on, bitch. That's freaking cool. Freaking cool, man. Body blocking. I think, it wasn't Doom Princess, it was Hi-Rez Kelly commented that she hates, it's her most hated thing, because it's a real pain. If you're going for a kill, body blocking is you hate it, but then when you're saving your teammate, you love body blocking. So, let's see what happens here. Throw that out, jump back. Raw! Andre wasn't newbie this time and managed to kill you because you were walking in a straight line. I couldn't save you. I tried. So, you know, see if that counts. And this Artemis is actually quite fed, especially early game. Late game, we managed to kill her a whole bunch, but early game, she frickin' scares the crap out of me. Her base damage... No, I didn't go there. Her basic attacks do so much damage. They, like, all frickin' team up on me, and I just can't. No, their damage. Frickin' damage, man. Damage over time. Damage everywhere. Now, what I am cutting out for you guys out of this game are small portions. I'm cutting out... I'm not even cutting out buying items. I'm just cutting out the death sequences and the very, very early sequences where I'm just walking to freaking lane. Because there it don't matter. Nobody's in lane yet anyways, usually. So, God, we have a long time to talk. So, how you doing? Now, I go full derp mode. I wish I had the amazing abilities of Germa and those guys to have the herp derp song going in the background, but I would right now. Just think of the herp derp song. Think of it. Close your eyes. Think of the herp derp song. Because I herp derp so hardcore here, and I have to thank the guy. And I was like, I was going to say something, and I was like, no, it's not. It doesn't matter. Because we had some feeders on right lane. Now, something hilarious. This is just kind of pitiful. I was soloing a lane, and I did better than the people who were 2v2. Come on, bros. Come on. And Raw freaking fails mid too. But anyways, I was worried early game, and so I thought, we're kind of fucked. And so you have to look at the ability of your players. If you're feeding so hard, or somebody else is feeding, I know I've fed plenty of times, okay? Don't even worry about it. I've had bad days, I've had bad moments, I've had bad everything. Land down on him. Dyke tries to get away. No, you don't, bitch. You are so dead. Kali tries to heal, but no way. We stun her, and she's so dead. I pick up the kill with the Molotov atonement because I'm a freaking KSN bastard. Double kill, bitches. What's up? That's how we roll. With that hammer. That freaking hammer is so boss. Look how quickly we clear this lane. It's like, what? Your lane. Bro, your lane. What the fuck, man? So, we're clearing like a boss. Get some heals up on Raw and moving on these towers. Mid to late game, as you can see, we're 19 minutes in, but I'm level 15, which is the second highest on my team. You need to start taking towers. If you pull out a good team fight, or you pull out a fight on a lane, like left lane that we just pulled out, and you went like a 3-1, or like a 2-0, you want to say, nah, we're taking that tower. We're taking that tower. But also, it's the same way as Ares' ult is a giant freaking flashing light in the sky. Ult here! Okay? So is you just taking a tower. As you can see, I used my Molten Summon. The second I got to back up, and I saw Zablanc, I said, we can fight Zablanc a little bit. You know, nobody else seems to be joining. But then he starts doing more damage, and I said, we better leave. Because someone just takes your tower, and you want to get revenge, right? Like, you're like, no, fuck it. I take that, by the way. I didn't run into that. I purposely took that. And Ross still dies because he doesn't listen to me. That's fine. So you realize it's a giant beacon saying, "Come here and get revenge." So what do you want to do? You don't. Emphasize don't repeatedly want to stay around when there's 2 of you and their 5-man team is coming to kick your ass. Unless you just got a DSI or 4-man kill, in which case just go, 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 go. That's kind of how it goes. Going back into lane. Don't know why I do that late game. I don't do it early because, like, I just don't know what I've leveled up. And just look at this Artemis. Just, oh, freaking. I'm like, no, done. Nope, nope, we're gonna go for stun. And look at the Ymir ult. She hangs around in the Ymir ult. She can't escape it. Oh, she dodges at multiple moments like a boss, and she ults. And Ymir, I'm sorry. Bro, she just freaking targets me. And her basic attacks do so much damage. I mean, so much damage. It's freaking ridiculous. So you can see I went Devourer's Gloves, Executioner, and the amazing Witchstone. So what I did was I think I also went Voidblade as well, which gives me a bit of both. So I went for Brawler. So is you're playing a Bruiser, you want to go for a Brawler. So the first thing I did was I got my boots, I got my Devourer's Gloves just to be able to have some lifesteal. And I'm gonna come in here, and this Thor kind of doesn't even see the fact that I'm there, bro. Seriously. And then Zablanc snakes around, and I'm just like, yes. Just lols all the ways. Lols everywhere. That's what we can do. We be lolsing everywhere. Everywhere.